some evidence of the Asian carp going across Indiana in the Wabash River, which connects with a river in Ohio, which would go into Lake Erie. And so the good news is this: because we have had all hands on deck, and because President Obama has been willing to put dollars into this in a way that's allowing a whole range of things to happening, we found efficient time and put up a barrier in Indiana, working with the Indiana DNR at the edge of the Wabash River, and have at least stopped it from going that way. Now that's the good news. The bad news is you don't know where else it might go, and so we're working hard, looking at Illinois and Chicago, and we're trying to make sure that that it doesn't find some other place to get north. So I just want to let you know I'm very aware of the fact that from a water quality standpoint and quality of life standpoint, we've got to make sure we're addressing that, as well as a whole range of things regarding the Great Lakes. Now, Nort also mentioned something else, Canadian trash coming across the bridge. You guys get it front and center. I have to tell you, the good news is that I was able to negotiate, and Senator Levin joined with me, a few years ago with the Canadian government to stop the municipal managed waste, the waste they control, Toronto, the other cities. And we've actually stopped 40,000 trash trucks. They are not coming across the bridge anymore. Not coming across the bridge anymore. That's the good news. The bad news is we got more to stop, because there's a whole nother range of trucks that come from industrial sites, that come from commercial operations that aren't controlled by the province, the government, or local government, and it's harder to be able to address that. And so we're trying another strategy now, which is to have it, frankly, cost more at the border to bring it over, to be able to incentivize them to keep it back on the Canadian side. If those trucks are coming over, we want them inspected, and right now they are not inspected as well as they should be, and we think they ought to pay for it. And so I proposed something Senator Levin is joining me on as well, that would create an inspection fee at the border, both to make sure those trucks are safe, but to also give an incentive for them to use the recycling in the landfills that Ontario has set up now as a result of our agreement, and keep the trash there. So I just want you to know, we're not stopping until the trucks stop, and we're going to just keep on going until we get this done. So, now let me just talk for a minute about what I focus on in terms of jobs, because obviously protecting our water and our land and our great state is incredibly important to us, and it does relate to jobs and tourism and way of life. But fundamentally, I believe that we don't have jobs, our country doesn't have a middle class, unless you make things and grow things. And I believe if you make them here and you grow it here, the jobs stay here. And the good news is that's what we do in Michigan. We make things and grow things. I've seen that today, driving through great fields here, and at the same time, and making things, whether it's the pickle factory, whether it's wine. Wait a second, I just got this great card from Connie Curry. Where's Connie? Wait. Did she leave? This great new Blue Water Winery and Vineyard. Very cool. I hope you guys are, that's another kind of food processing and food agribusiness. I mean, we have all kinds of ways in which we can take our agricultural products and be able to create jobs from that. So I focus, and I'm very proud to be chairing the Agriculture Committee now, I'm focusing on the growing things part of it, and how do we create jobs, and then of course the making things part of it, manufacturing. Now everybody in Washington knows that I've been focused on the auto industry and the making things part of it, and a lot of them have said to me, what in the world is somebody from an auto state doing chairing the Ag Committee? Well, I get a chance to tell our story. 1 out of 4 Michigan jobs are in agriculture. 1 out of 4 Michigan jobs are in agriculture. We have more diversity of crops than any state but California. Wow. More diversity of crops. That's why we can do those wineries, because we've got the grapes, and we've got the cherries and the blueberries, and we've got the pork, and we've got the beef, and we've got dairy, and we've got corn, and we've got wheat, and you name it. I mean, we're growing it. And in fact, you are, in Santa County, is the #1 in the state for livestock inventory in pheasants. Did you know that? Hey, you need to know this. Okay. Also, Sanilac County, of course, has wheat and, of course, has sugar beets. But you are #1 in the state for total acreage of soybeans. Soybeans, right. So this matters to us, and we have a great agricultural history, and we have a great agricultural future. But let me tell you one story that I discovered as chair of ag that I didn't know, and I'd see if you know it as well. One of the great agricultural pioneers in Michigan was none other than Henry Ford. Henry Ford. Agriculture, no, not cars, agriculture. He grew up on a farm, and during the Great Depression, he was looking for ways to help farmers. He opened a research center as he was doing his research on automobiles. He opened it up at Greenfield Village, and he asked his scientists to work